In the last video, series 29, we concluded reclassification of various items of a balance sheet. Today, let us learn some important financial ratios which the credit department calculates based on the analysis they have made. So with the help of this video series 30, we are going to discuss certain ratios such as current ratio, tangible net worth, net working capital, debt to T&W ratio, TOL to T&W ratio. There are a number of ratios which many textbooks describe on financial ratios. Let us restrict ourselves to those ratios which are generally utilized by the banks in credit appraisal. We are aware that balance sheet gives the financial position of a business enterprise as on a date. Normally, the balance sheet is drawn as on 31st of March every year. Before undertaking a credit appraisal, normally banks collect last 2 years audited balance sheet of a business enterprise and also the current year estimates and the next year projections of a balance sheet from the borrower. See, collection of the last 2 years audited balance sheet helps the bank in comparing its actual performance between 2 years. Now that the bank has the current year estimate and the next year projections are available, it will help the bank in comparing the estimate and the projections with that of the last 2 years actuals. So when the balance sheet are compared between years, they calculate certain ratios. I have already told you the main ratios are current ratio, tangible net worth, net working capital, debt to T&W ratio, TOL to T&W ratio. Every bank has got a lending policy. The lending policy of one bank may be different from the policy of another bank. Every bank, its lending policy prescribes what is the acceptable ratio. If the analysis finds that the ratios arrived at do not comply with the lending policy, such proposals will not be considered. Now, having understood this, let us move on to each of the financial ratios which I have indicated earlier. The first one is current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current assets divided by current liabilities. It indicates the liquidity position of the business enterprise. When I say liquidity position, we know current asset is asset which can be converted into cash in the next 12 months. We also know that current liability means liabilities which need to be paid in the next 12 months from the date of balance sheet. So the current assets divided by current liability indicates how much of current assets the business has, which can be converted into cash in the next 12 months to meet the liabilities which are to be paid in the next 12 months. So naturally, the current ratio should be greater than unity. What is the ideal current ratio acceptable to the bank, as I have indicated, depends on the lending policy. But normally, the ideal current ratio is stated to be 1.33:1. In case the current liabilities are more than the current assets, the current ratio will be less than 1, which indicates a severe liquidity strain. Now, having moved on to the next item called tangible net worth. We have learned that net worth indicates the strength of a business, but there are some assets which cannot be felt. There are some assets which are not debited to profit and loss account, etc. The banks remove all these intangible assets, which according to them does not have any value, and find out the actual strength of a business enterprise. That is what is called tangible net worth. So tangible net worth means net worth minus intangible assets. Any ratio calculation where the net worth is required, the bank always uses the tangible net worth for comparison or calculation of any ratios. The third one is net working capital. Net working capital is nothing but the margin available for working capital. We have already learned margin is nothing but the amount contributed by the owner in a business for the credit facility. So the banks stipulate margin which vary from credit product to credit product. So the net working capital is nothing but the margin which the customer has brought in or projected to be brought in for the working capital. It is calculated by surplus of long-term sources over long-term uses. Now, having said margin is nothing but the surplus of long-term sources over long-term uses, we need to understand what are the long-term sources and what are the long-term uses. We have learned that the balance sheet has got two parts. The first part is equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities are the sources from where the business gets the money. Equity is the money brought in by the owner. Liabilities means the amount borrowed by the business enterprises from outsiders. So these are the sources from where the fund is coming into the business. We have learned in the analysis, current liabilities are liabilities which need to be paid in the next to 12 months, which means current liabilities are short-term sources of fund. They will be there only for a period of 12 months. The term liabilities and the net worth together is known as long-term sources of fund. Now, we have learned the asset side indicates the uses of fund or the application of funds. We know asset sides are classified into current assets, fixed assets, non-current assets, and intangible assets. Under the four heads, current asset is a short-term use of fund. The fixed assets, non-current assets, and intangible assets together make the long-term uses of fund. Now I have told you the margin means the surplus of long-term sources over long-term uses, which means that term liabilities plus net worth minus fixed assets minus non-current assets minus intangible assets give you the actual margin or the projected margin brought in by the business enterprise. Now we have learned three items. The fourth item is debt to T&W. Debt means term debt. Term debt means term liabilities. Term liabilities means the liabilities which the business need to be paid after a period of 12 months. So the term liabilities divided by tangible net worth indicates the extent of liabilities which are need to be paid after 12 months vis-a-vis the tangible net worth of a business enterprise. The last one is TOL to TNW ratio. TOL means total outside liability. Total outside liability is equal to current liability plus term liability. We have learned that the liabilities means what is to be paid to the outsiders. We divide them into two. What is to be paid in the next 12 months, we call it as a current liability. What is to be paid after 12 months, we call it as a term liability. Both are payable to outsiders. So TOL means current liability plus term liability divided by the tangible net worth gives the extent of liabilities to be paid to outsiders vis-a-vis the business enterprises tangible net worth. We have with this completed the most important ratios pertaining to the balance sheet analysis of a business enterprise. The next video series 30 onwards, we shall concentrate on analysis of a profit and loss account statement of a manufacturing concern.